Hello, BookTube. I'm doing a tag today. This is the Tell Me the Truth tag. It was created by Shannon's Bookish Musings and Music. I was tagged by William over at William's Library. The first prompt is, do your friends, family, coworkers know about your BookTube channel? And if so, do they watch? Well, the answer is some of my friends and family know about it. Uh, if you'll have to pardon me if you've heard this story before. It's something I've occasionally mentioned on this channel, but this YouTube channel grew out as an extension of my blog. So I've got a blog that I've been doing since 2003. So 20 years, which is a long time to keep a blog running, huh? And when I first started up that blog in 2003, I was telling everybody about it. I would email it to my friends and family, email them the link. I would drop it in conversation all the time, as I wrote on my blog yesterday, or you should check out what I wrote on my blog. Not because there was anything brilliant being written on that blog, but just, the hunger we all have for attention and feedback after we've created something. And fortunately, I came to my senses after about a year or so. I realized, okay, I'm getting pretty annoying about this. Nobody cares about this blog, or if they do care, they'll read it. I don't need to be constantly pressuring people to read it or constantly dropping it in conversation. So from, I don't know, about 2004 onwards, I've had a policy which I've stuck to fairly well over the years, not 100%, but fairly well, about not mentioning the blog to any of my friends and family. And as a result, people who knew me before 2004 have no doubt are aware that I'm doing a blog. But anyone I've met since then, a lot of them are unaware of it. I've not mentioned it to them. And this YouTube channel started out, I've always viewed it as an extension of the blog. In fact, the first 6 months or so that I was doing this YouTube channel, my videos were unlisted. So you could find them on my blog, but you couldn't find them on YouTube. And then after doing it for about 6 months, I worked up the courage to make those videos public. But they've always been, the book reviews especially, I've viewed as supplements to the written reviews I've been doing on the blog for years. So the same thing with the YouTube channel as with the blog. I've not told I've not told many people about it. I've got very few people I know who have still followed the blog over the years. Most of the people I was friends with in 2003, I have lost touch with or keep in touch with only very minimally. There's a couple of exceptions to that. Even among my family, aside from my mom, that I don't think they really check the blog, so they might not be aware that I've started doing YouTube stuff. I don't know. I'm not even sure my siblings are aware. They might be. I'm sure my mom might have mentioned something to them. But the second question is, do they watch? And the answer is no. My mom watched, I think, the first video I made and said something like, well, it was an interesting experiment. And I knew exactly what she meant. I turned on the camera and I just rambled incoherently for 30 minutes. And I don't blame people for not watching that. My wife actually used to watch the videos. In fact, she used to help me film them. I mean, she was still my girlfriend at that stage before we got married. Um, but yeah, we've both gotten very busy with having two kids, and she's just stopped paying attention to it altogether. She said to me at one point, uh, reading your blog and watching your videos was something that a girlfriend would do, but not a wife. Um, and again, I don't blame her. Well, yeah, I really don't blame her because uh, she's busy taking care of the kids. Whenever I make a video, I need to negotiate it beforehand. Like, are you okay taking care of the kids for the next half hour? Or can I go make a video, something like that? Or I have to wait until the kids are in bed. Anyway, yeah, but by and large, the people I know in real life have no interest in listening to me talk about books, which is, I think, why we all started these BookTube channels in the first place, right? Because the people we know in real life just weren't interested in hearing about the books we were reading. So we started these BookTube channels as outlets for it, right? That's how we all got into this, right? So I suspect the answer is going to be the same for most people. Anyways, number two, when watching BookTube videos, do you ever speed them up to save time? No. Although the reason I haven't is because really the thought hasn't occurred to me. I don't know. Maybe it's not a bad idea. Um, I, I know there's this whole question on BookTube about what the etiquette of that is. I don't think I'd have any sort of problem with it. But I haven't done it yet. Number three, do you watch videos from all the booktubers you subscribe to? No, no, not even close. I have, over the years, over the time I've been on BookTube, come to view subscribing to other booktubers as a courtesy. I mean, this whole, I don't want to get off on too much of a tangent here, but this whole subscription thing is just weird, isn't it? Like, what does it actually mean when you're subscribed to somebody? I when I go to the front page on YouTube, I don't see the videos I'm subscribed to. I just see the videos that the algorithm is recommending to me on the front page. In order to see the videos I'm subscribed to, I don't even know where I would go to see those. I'm sure it's hidden away somewhere. But you subscribe to somebody and then you immediately forget about them, right? Unless you hit the ring the bell notifications, which I only do with a handful of channels where I mean, you can't do that with all the channels. Sorry, that was a bit of a tangent. But I don't. This whole subscriber thing, it just strikes me as weird on YouTube. I think I made a whole video about this once, about BookTube and social media addiction. But I think YouTube has just created that subscriber button as a way to kind of get people hooked on their stats, or at least that's what it's evolved into now. I think maybe at one point in YouTube's history it had more functionality, but now it's just something for people to obsess over how many subscribers they have, even though it doesn't seem to make any difference. But yeah, anyways, I because so many booktubers are concerned about the number of their subscribers, I think it's just become a courtesy to subscribe to booktubers that you're aware of. And whenever I see a booktuber on Twitter saying, "Please subscribe to me, I'm so close to having 1,000 subscribers," I just subscribe to them, because why not? It costs me nothing. I have no idea where all my subscriptions go. Maybe there's a subscription feed I can access somewhere, but I don't know how to find it. So it's not like I have to worry about clogging up my subscription feed or anything like that. So yeah, sorry, long rant, but no, I do not watch all the booktubers I subscribe to. I don't even know who I'm subscribed to anymore. Number 4, do you subscribe to everyone who subscribes to you, or only the channels you really want to see? Well, like I was just saying before, I've come to view subscribing to other booktubers as just a courtesy, because it's something that's important to people for some reason. So if I notice that somebody has subscribed to me, if they have a public, if their subscriptions are public, and if I notice that they're another booktuber, I'll try and give them a sub back. It's something I wasn't conscientious about maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but I've become conscientious about it now. And I try to watch the videos of the people who interact with me. So, for example, people who leave comments on my videos, I try to do my best to watch and leave comments on their videos, but I have historically been terrible about this. There is a list of, I don't know, about maybe 15 or 20 booktubers over the past 5 years who have made an effort to get me into their community, who have commented regularly on my videos, and I was just terrible at reciprocating. And then eventually they stopped commenting on my videos, and I feel bad about that. But I just never seem to get organized enough to regularly watching the people in my community and leaving comments on their videos. Number 5, do you subscribe to booktubers based more on content or personality? Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll subscribe to anyone. But in terms of my actual watch time, yeah, I guess it's a combination of content and personality. The I feel embarrassed saying this, but the booktuber I watch the most is Steve Donahue, and maybe Michael K. Vaughan as a distant second. I feel embarrassed saying it because the allegation has been made on BookTube that some of Steve Donahue's regular watchers are not really part of the BookTube community. They only watch Steve Donahue's videos and Michael K. Vaughan's videos. And there are weeks when that describes me perfectly. I just find Steve so damn entertaining. He reads everything. He has strong opinions on everything. I mean, he has strong opinions on everything from Virgil to the death of Superman. And he goes off on these rants about them, but they're informed. He's articulate. He's got away with words. He doesn't. Certainly, it's nothing like watching me or booktubers similar to me, where I'm always pausing and saying or ah. You know, his speech is definitely a rhythm. So, I watch a lot of his videos, even though I feel like I should be using that time to interact more with the people who have interacted with me in the past. I feel guilty about it, but he's just so damn entertaining. I just can't help myself. Number 6, do you listen to BookTube videos while doing other things, or do you sit and watch the videos? Yeah, I always listen to them while doing other things. So Yes, I'm don't really have a lot of time at this stage in my life to just sit and watch videos. We've got two young kids at the moment, a 1 year old and a 4 year old. So if I'm sitting watching a YouTube video doing nothing, then I'll hear a call from the other room with my wife saying, "Honey, can you come in over and help with the kids?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, fair enough, fair enough." Um, I do watch YouTube videos at work, um, because there are often times at work where I'm doing something that's relatively mindless. Uh, Formatting a worksheet. I work as an English teacher, so formatting a vocabulary set on Quizlet, or kind of finding links for a worksheet for my students, or something like that, as well as the Vietnamese study, which is as busy as I am. That's something I've tried to prioritize this past year. If I'm doing studying Vietnamese words on Quizlet, I'll have audio in the background. Now, my listening time. I do try and listen to podcasts. I'm doing Revolutions podcast by Mike Duncan at the moment. I will often use that time to listen to the audiobook of a book I've just finished, if I'm preparing a review of that. And then I somehow get sucked down the Steve Donahue rabbit hole watching a lot of his videos. But I during that time, I've been trying to make time to watch other booktubers. I haven't been doing great the past, I don't know, 3 months, because the holidays have thrown my schedule all completely out of whack. But um, before like December, I had a system where I would try and watch at least one other smaller booktuber a day and give them a comment, and then keep track of who I had watched, and give them like a brief shout out on my weekly reading vlogs with a This Week in BookTube segment. And once I kind of catch up on stuff, ever since the holidays, I've been behind in my reviews. So I've been playing catch up. But once I catch up on all that stuff, I'd like to try and get back into that. Now, time to tag some people. Now, I've been mentioning throughout that I've been feeling guilty about a number of people who have interacted with me and who I have not done a good job of reciprocating that interaction. So, this isn't a complete list, but this is a list of some of those people who I would like to give a shout out to now, or a tag. Give a tag to now. Dane Cobain. I know William just tagged him, but he's a perfect example of a guy who's commented a lot of my videos, and I've not done a good job of reciprocating it. Jay Shea, Soul Stained Ink, Mindy's Book Journey, Kelly at Books I'm Not Reading, Kelsey Heckman, and Joseph Francis Burton. There are more people, but those are the ones that just came off the top of my head when I was just making this list just now. Apologies to all of you for not commenting on your videos now. For not commenting on your videos more. But consider yourself tagged here, and looking forward to hearing your responses.